Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So it's May 12th. We're going to get started here this morning. It's about 40 degrees. It's not as warm as I'd like it to be, but we'll deal with it. So last night we left off. We were running a field finisher over this piece of ground here. We had the wild oats that we were dealing with. We had to double disc and triple disc a couple spots. And now we're going to try to run the field finisher over the rest of it. Problem was those wild oats were wrapping around the shanks, causing it to leave furrows, and the harrow wasn't quite dragging it out, and the crumbler wasn't quite smashing it flat. So I went ahead and had Dad disc it a few more times, and we got it worked up. So I should have probably been out here discing about a month ago. But it is what it is. With all the rain we had, there really wasn't a window to get out here and do any field work. So now we're doing it all now. I could have burned it off with spray, and I could have just planted right into it. But field conditions, the ground was rough. So we decided, you know what, instead of fighting it all throughout the growing season and trying to spray it with it being rough and putting anhydrous on it with it being rough, we'll just take the time, we'll tear it up, we'll level it back out, and make a nice seed bed. So let's get started here this morning. I want to get the rest of this worked over, get these long rows worked out, and then Dad can start planting because he'll start from that side of the farm and work this away. So we do have the 4955 here and the 1770 conservation John Deere corn planter. It's here, just got to get the tanker here, and he brought seed with him. So that's all we need to get started on the planting side of things. But let's finish up some tillage work first. Let's get started. Well, we found our first dinosaur egg for the morning. We'll stick a flag by it. When Scooter gets here, I'll have him get the TRL 630D Balmalite out. And I've got a few of these flagged throughout the field. I'll have him come get those. That size of rock's got to be picked up, because if that hits a knife on the anhydrous applicator, it's going to shear the bolts and flip the knife up. So them have to be picked up. Smaller ones aren't so bad. You know, the Pilgrims used to ride these things for miles. Well, we're out of those wild oats in this spot. Looking really good. I just heard on the radio that toilet paper was not guaranteed until 1935 not to have splinters in it. I can't imagine wiping my butt and getting a splinter. Stuff probably still had the bark rolled up in it too. It's amazing what you hear on the radio, especially the Bob and Tom show. its decision a month or so ago, maybe a little longer. Can't remember exactly what the date was, but went ahead and contracted some fuel. And got it for a good price. But eventually that's going to run out. But I was hoping contracted enough puts us far enough out that by the time it comes back down, we'll need fuel again. I guess it all depends on how heavy we get on the excavating this summer as to how much fuel we're going to use. I know when we start digging with the 450 LC John Deere excavator, that's going to drink a lot. But we keep running the 220 Hyundai and the smaller Hitachis and the mini equipment. That won't use a whole lot. Changing the name of the other YouTube channel. It is called Dirt Green Steel Farming, and that's what you'll be watching this video on. I uploaded the first video yesterday, and I'll probably play it maybe today. We'll see what this afternoon brings. I've got it unlisted right now. Taking a gamble on this. I just know though, every single time I start posting farming videos on my original channel, it tanks the algorithm. And then it takes forever for the algorithm to rethink or whatever it does to get back into good views on the excavate videos. So it's a constant battle because it's not pushing my content. And in fact, I guess YouTube has changed it altogether. So maybe I should just try it on the original channel. Supposedly their subscribers don't matter or something anymore, and they're going off of how a video performs in the first hour it's on. It's just a bunch of crap. They can't leave nothing alone. And I know why they're doing it. They're doing it because all these AI channels, they're faceless channels. They put a bunch of AI stuff together. The AI figures out the algorithm and it screws it up for us organic guys. They're over here making a killing off of YouTube royalties using AI. And I think YouTube's trying to weed that out. By weeding it out, they're doing nothing but hurting their organic content creators. Like I just seen a Few Acres Farm. He just signed off the other night, and I know why. He's just fed up with the way YouTube is right now. Will it get better? I don't know. Am I getting tired of it? A little bit. It seems like every time I make a really good video, I get slapped in the face. Doing really good until last September. Last September is when they changed the algorithm and screwed it all up. For us organic guys anyways. Organic content creators. I don't want you to think I'm an organic farmer. But I am a real living video creator. I do this stuff physically. I put my heart and soul in it. I set up for hours at night creating videos. It's a part-time job. It's a make a video, you spend all the time on it, take all the time it takes to set up cameras and everything, and it bombs, that gets discouraging. Very discouraging. And it's not like you can call up a place like YouTube and be like, hey, listen here, you don't straighten this out, we're all quitting. They don't care. They don't care one bit. In fact, when you call Google, like when I got hacked, and that's the reason for this channel, is this is the one that I reached out to all the viewers on when I got hacked. When I called them, you get their office of Google out in California, which is, I believe, 3 hours behind us or something crazy. So you gotta wait until midday to call them, and then you don't get nobody. You don't get to talk to anybody. That is kind of discouraging. So, if a bunch of content creators were to get together and, let's say, file some legal action against them, who would you do that against? But at the same time, and this is what I don't get, I can't believe people were crazy enough to quit their day job to go chase the dream of being a content creator, putting all your eggs in one basket into something that is not for sure income that could vanish at any day. Shame on them. Why would you do that? If you can't talk to your employer through email, face-to-face, whatever, like it is with Google, why would you take a chance of quitting a sure thing, which, I mean, it's 2026, what is sure anymore, I suppose, in jobs? I mean, at any time, some of these places is just shit can you, or whatever. But, I mean, are you that crazy just to go out, drop your job, and be like, yeah, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to work somewhere where I have no idea if it's going to be there tomorrow or not. I mean, I get it. Some channels, they need more time, but I wouldn't quit my day job to totally do this. There's no way. Yeah, you make a little money on it, but it's not enough to survive on. It's just not possible. And like with this channel, it's not monetized or anything. So I don't make anything off of this one at all. So if somebody tells you to go out there and start you a YouTube channel because it's going to be a job for you and you can quit your day job, no, don't listen. Do not listen. That's not how it works. I believe there's only 15% of all YouTube channels that are over 1 million subscribers. Only 15%. That's not very many. I'm going to have to delete some video and make some more room in the phone if this rant's going to keep going on. But the odds of you becoming a large channel that could be a billionaire off of this stuff, I hate to say it, and I'm sorry to say it, but it's slim to none. I've been working at this for 6 years, and I'm not, like, nothing huge. Yeah, locally I am, you know, people recognize me, stuff like that, it's cool, you know, but I'm not globally recognized that I know of. I mean, it has taken me places, good places. I've had a lot of fun with it, met a lot of cool people with it. But I mean, it's not like I'm a superhero of any sorts. I'm the same guy in the videos that I am in person. I don't like to be somebody that I'm not in real life. Sometimes you meet a YouTuber in real life and you're like, oh, that left a bad taste in my mouth. Because they're not what they are on camera. Alright, rant's over for a little bit. Well, Scooter's got the Balm Light mini skid out, picking up some rocks that I flagged out there. That thing is handy as a shirt pocket. It's nice because you can just throw it behind a small trailer and bring it with you. It's not overly heavy. And it packs a punch when it comes to getting rocks out of the field and getting down trees. If you just carry a small chainsaw with you, there's really not much you cannot do with that little devil. It's impressed me to no end. And it's not very hard on the tilled ground. Turned out nice around here where I brush mowed all this back. Did this in a video about a week or so ago. Mowed this all back, made me a nice path along there for side by side. Come up around here. Dad can start planting now. I am officially done with this field. Turned out really good. Gonna be a good seed bed. Well, I guess on to the next one. Well, I got moved down here to my grandpa's farm, and I think we're gonna be able to just run soil finisher on it. Working up real nice. It's just got some chickweed. Looks like some, what do they call that stuff? It's kind of like Timothy that you grow in hay. There's a different name for it. But it's all pretty thin stuff. It doesn't ball up like that wild oats does. Definitely needed the soil finisher run over. It's rough out here. And it's fairly soft, I'm surprised. Usually this south field's pretty hard. But it must have got enough moisture this spring that it's kept it soft. And surprisingly, the wet spots that are usually wet out here aren't really wet. Like back there, I got right through it, no problem. Now we did get to clean the Hanley ditch, which runs along the farm on the other side of the road. That came up for bid and we bid it. It's 13,000 feet, and we debrushed it and dug it. The guy's done that while I was out with my concussion, so I didn't get to video that or do any digging on it. But that does drain this general area here, and it's been a while since it's been dug. We dug it the last time also, and I think that was about 8 years ago, I want to say, and it was due to be dug again. So maybe that did help dry this up over here. So I know it helped dry the other side of the road up, but that's a little lower than this farm, and it's a little closer to it. So Scooter come down to pick me up, and while he was waiting, he walked back here on the sand hill at my grandpa's, and look what he found. he found a Native American artifact. That is an arrowhead. Unfortunately, sadly, it's broke. It'd be cool if it was the whole thing. But you never know what you find on these sand hills. Kind of interesting that at some point an Indian lost that. It probably broke off when they shot it in the deer or whatever they were hunting. That's probably when it broke off. But it's always fascinating. This sandhill just blows away over time. And it's interesting to come back here and see what turns up. I did find a arrowhead one time on the other side of that little sand knob. I got out of the tractor to go to the bathroom. I had to take a leak really bad. And I happened to look down, and there it was. Well, check this out. A piece of square old chain. Oh, never know what you might find. Well, I looked around enough, and I found myself one. And some pieces of some other, what is that, they call it chert rock or something that they make this stuff out of. But I'm excited. And then there's all these little chips. I wonder if they actually sat here and maybe made some, and maybe these are ones that they broke while they were making. Who knows? But there's an awful lot of these little pieces all over the place that's made out of the same stuff. Hard to tell what went on around here. And then here's some of that glass that turns purple over time. It's pretty interesting. All right, we probably should get back at it, I would think. We're going to get yelled at for being archaeologists. Well, I'm just about done here on Grandpa's, but as you can see, it started raining. Getting wet real quick. All I got left to do is the ends, and I'm done. Dad's over there planting. I think he's going to get the wettest part of it planted before it gets too wet to plant it. At least with our sand, it's forgiving. Doesn't ball up on the gauge wheels and press wheels of the planter. It does to a certain extent, but not like it would if it was clay. So we can push it a little bit. But you still don't want to push it too long. Oh, that's nice. Just smear it. Oh, yeah. It's not quite raining hard enough yet. Alright, I'm going to see if I can get these ends done before it gets too bad.